Hi guys, so if you've been watching my videos over the last sort of month or so, you'll know I've been working on this Warhammer 40k chess set, and as you can see I just recently finished making all of the orc sort of pieces, the orc alternatives, so the pawns, kings, knights, bishops, all that kind of stuff, and I'm just about to finish off doing the space marines. As you can see, they're pretty much all there. There is just one figure that's well, as you can see, not on the base, and that's this one, and this is going to be the Queen. And yeah, that's the piece I'm going to do today, and as the title said, this is the final piece, and then my Warhammer 40k chess set is complete, which is just pretty amazing because this is something I've been wanting to make for, well, at least the past couple of years, but it's only recently that I've obviously got into loving painting miniatures, which is why I can now do this. So the Queen, I'm going to use this Adepta Sororitas, you know what I mean, this Palatine, just because she looks pretty cool. She is quite obviously a small figure, especially compared to all the other ones, because they are quite chunky. But yeah, she's going to make up the Queen. And I was lucky enough to be sent this figure by Chaos Cards. So cheers, Chaos Cards. I'm going to be popping down there sometime later on, maybe this month, if not next month, with the completed chess set. So if you want to see me and the chess set, then come on down to Chaos Cards in Folkestone in Kent. So I'll be giving the dates and times as soon as I work them out, really. So you only need a few tools when assembling these figures, and that is obviously some glue, some cutters, and a nice scalpel just to sort of clean up the model. So yeah, I've never done one of these sort of ones where they've been in like a little packet like this before. They're quite cool. So I've seen a few videos where people have taken one of these kind of sprues, painted all the pieces on the sprue, and then sort of mounted it in a sort of like a frame. And that is something I am thinking about doing. Yeah, don't need the base. Although, saying that, I have just built something where I've used some of the bases. So, yeah, keep an eye out for a video where I've used bases, but not as bases. Anyway, back to this little miniature. Yeah, so say, I want to get some of these little sprues, and have a go at painting the parts on the sprue, and then, yeah, stick it in a little frame, just because I think it'll look pretty cool. So, going off my last video, where I didn't even look at the instructions, this one is very simple with the instructions. So I should really be able to just sort of snip all the bits off and then glue it together. I know sometimes I do that, and then I find out that I do need to look at the instructions because some bits do need to go in a particular order. But say, this little piece, as you can see, there's not really a lot to it. So I can just go around and snip all the bits off. I will be doing a video soon of all the sort of tools that I use and where you can get them from. Just because I want to try and do like a little sort of simple video of the basics needed to get into this hobby, as in the tools needed, the paints, the brushes, all that kind of thing, and yeah, try and get some sort of like little box together of the basic essentials. As I say, I'll get a lot of my stuff from Chaos Cards. There is a link in the description, guys. We can get 5% off any of the miniatures that they sell. So yeah, down in the link, go down below. It's a discount code checkmate, all caps, but there is a link there to Chaos Cards as well. So yeah, guys, if you're into miniatures and buying miniatures, and if you're like me and you don't have a local game store, because I think my nearest one would be at least, well, about an hour and a half away, then yeah, if you're like me, you haven't got a local store and you do buy stuff online, I would really appreciate if you can sort of use the link below. Just to say, Chaos Cards have been so kind in sending me lots of stuff. And I'm sure if you guys sort of buy stuff from them, then yeah, they'll continue sending me stuff. So a win-win for everyone, and you get a little bit of a discount. So yeah, the bits came off nice and easy. Wasn't a lot of cleaning up to do on this little one, which is pretty cool. I say it is weird because my favourite miniatures are orks. I do love the Space Marines because they're nice and big and chunky. But then when you get something that isn't an ork or a Space Marine, they just seem so small and so fiddly. Yeah, this miniature really did feel like a miniature. She is just so petite and diddy. So as you can see, sometimes my little clumsy thumbs bits do fall off. And as you can see, I have got the instructions just to make sure I don't make any errors, which is kind of sad because I say there's only about a dozen pieces, so you shouldn't really be able to get it wrong. But yeah, sometimes I can prove that wrong and get things wrong. But yeah, just certainly a nice little figure though. I do say like the old sort of Space Marine looking types. I know she isn't really a Space Marine, but yeah, I think she does look pretty cool. and obviously because I'm going to paint her in the same sort of style as all the other Space Marines, she will fit in really well. So it didn't take long to get her fully assembled, and then obviously I'm going to sort of slap chop paint this little figure just like all the others. So I've already mounted them on my little painting handle, primed them in black, and then done some dry brushing on them. And just to make sure she does sort of fit in well, I've got my my king piece here. And obviously actually is the queen. She's going to look identical to him, but just, well, the female version. So yeah, doing the cloak in the army painter red that I have. I think with this I put in a couple of coats just to make it look sort of darker. That is the one thing I do like about the sort of contrast, speed paints, army paints, all those sort of things. You can sort of build them up a little bit by putting a few layers on, just to make them look obviously a bit darker, which is pretty cool. And again, yeah guys, this Slapchop paint technique is obviously the reason that I've been able to make this chest set. This is something I've been wanting to make for the past, well, at least 2 years since I've had this channel really. I've always wanted to make a chest set using all the Warhammer figures, just because they are pretty awesome. But due to my, well, my hating, my not liking, I can't really think of a word that's strong enough to sort of say how much I didn't used to paint miniatures, because I just didn't like it, I didn't enjoy it, and the end results were always so abysmal. It was like, yeah, there was like 3 hours wasted painting something that I absolutely hate. Whereas now, yeah, if you've watched a lot of my recent videos for like the past, was it 4 months now, I have absolutely loved painting miniatures, just because I'm getting the results that I never thought I could, and it's not taking me very long to paint them. So yeah, I'm loving it, which is pretty awesome, especially with the news now that Army Painter are going to be making some metallic paints, which is, yeah, going to be absolutely awesome. So yeah, while I'm here, I just want to say a quick shout out and thank you to all my patrons for helping sort of support the channel. It really does mean so much to me, as I am now endeavouring to make this my sort of full-time sort of job. Not that I'd ever call it a job, because I'm doing something I absolutely love. And to my sponsors, Anycubic and Easy Roller Dice, again, that have been helping me out for the last year or so, which is pretty cool. So as you can see, yeah, I am sort of making her look exactly like the king. Quite simply in what the colours that she's got on. As you can see, obviously lots of it is the blue, the red cloak, and then there's a few sort of gold bits here and there. And then she's all done. Yeah, just the eyes to go. Everything else has pretty much been done. So yeah, I've got a nice sort of small brush to do the eyes. And then, yeah, I'm not going to do the eyes. Who am I kidding? I would make her look cross-eyed, one eye bigger than the other. So no. I've frozen her in time, and she's got her eyes shut. So yeah, that's it. She's done, and now I can mount her on one of my clear bases. I get these from Fluid 3D Workshop. There's a link in the description, guys. Although I'm a little bit concerned, obviously she doesn't have much contact with the base, so I'm concerned that if she does get moved a lot, is she going to come away? Because obviously all these pieces are magnetized. Magnetized sounds a bit of a weird word. They have magnets in them, so they stick to the board, and the board obviously lights up as well, which is pretty cool. So then I guess you could do it so if the Space Marines are winning, it can be blue. If the orks are winning, then it can be green. But obviously you can do a whole variety of colours. So if I do other sort of chest set pieces, yeah, we can light it up to whatever colour it needs to be. So yeah, guys, that's the end of this one. I say I have got the last video coming out in a few days' time, where I'm going to show how I actually made the board. So that'll be pretty cool. So keep an eye out for that one. And again, yeah, guys, a big shout out and thank you to Chaos Cards for being so helpful in this, and supplying me with, well, most of the figures you see. So don't forget to use the discount code down below to get 5% off your order. Plus their prices are really competitively priced anyway. And yeah, awesome stuff. Okay guys, you take care. I'll see you in the next one for the final video on the making of the Warhammer 40k chess set. Okay guys, bye for now.